Hello everyone, it's May 10th, a rainy spring day here in Seoul. I'm Sigh, and these are your top stories. Even as new COVID-19 cases are plateauing, Korean health authorities are keeping a close eye on worrying trends, especially emergence of new strains from overseas. As of Sunday, the country reported over 600 cases of highly transmissible new variants that were first identified in Brazil, South Africa, and Britain. More than 30 cases of the variant identified in India were also found in Korea. Analysts fear the rising number of these new variants would offset the country's efforts to control the spread of COVID-19. Korea is currently reporting about 500 new cases per day, a lower rate than in recent weeks. So far, about 7.2% of the country's population have received at least their first dose since the country started its vaccination program in late February. Authorities say an additional 9 million people aged between 60 and 74 will start receiving vaccinations in the coming weeks. The country aims to create herd immunity by vaccinating 70% of the population by November. Debris from a Chinese space rocket landed in the Indian Ocean Sunday with bulks of its components destroyed upon re-entry into the Earth's atmosphere, said Korea's Science Ministry. The Long March 5B rocket was launched last week carrying a module of China's first permanent space station into orbit, but a large part of the debris plunged back in what is called an uncontrolled re-entry, even while the coordinates given by Chinese state media had put the point of impact in the Indian Ocean, but there had been much anxiety over the rocket's decay. Some had put the potential debris zone as far north as New York and far south as New Zealand. There had even been concerns about possible harm to the Korean peninsula. Meanwhile, Chinese media dismissed concerns about the rocket being out of control as Western hype. A recent poll shows nearly 70% of Koreans believe a vaccine passport would be good for the economy. The poll also showed that with an official document proving a person is fully vaccinated, over 35% of those polled said they would like to travel overseas, many saying Europe would be their preferred destination. However, nearly two-thirds of the over 800 adults surveyed said a substantial rate of population must be inoculated before such a passport is issued. When asked when they predicted the country would reach that critical point of herd immunity, 60% said next year, while nearly 30% expected it after 2023. Only 9.9% answered that it will be met by the government's target of November this year. And those were your top stories. Stay safe, everyone, and remember to subscribe to Korea Now. Sunji out.